the sickness emanates from Zionism, and it was on full display during Purim, which is our version of Halloween. And it's supposed to have kind of a liberationist theme to it. It's a biblical tale of, Jews escaping from their persecutors. But in Israel, it's playing out as a celebration of Jews as persecutors. This is one family's costume. They're holding a sign that says Gaza Booby, which is the name of a song by singer Moshe Corsia. Corsia served as an army commander in Gaza, and when he came back home, released this nationalistic song called Gaza Booby about his return to his beloved country. The song includes, of course, a mention of the, quote, sons of Amalek, Amalek being the biblical tribe slaughtered by God in the book of Deuteronomy because they came after the Hebrews. And look at this family. I mean, this is like you get your Christmas cards from your normie friends, and they're all wearing like Ned Flanders, like Christmas sweaters in a winter setting, like, or you Hanukkah cards, whatever, holiday cards. This is an Israeli Purim card, just mocking Gaza genocide. So, I mean, whatever happened at Al-Shifa Hospital, I really feel for the people there because they're besieged by imported sociopaths from one of the sickest societies that human civilization has ever witnessed. And it's painful.
Yeah.
I mean, it's painful when you are Jewish and these are the holidays you were raised on, and you just see these genocidal zombies taking it and turning it into a festival of Nazism.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we don't have any Shmuley videos like teed up. Like you can go see him. Like I don't feel he's not an influential person now. He used to be, but he's made himself sort of relevant through the Twitter algorithm by humiliating himself and having a manic episode. But what he's actually doing in real terms, in concrete terms, is he is actually an engine of anti-Semitism.
Mm-hmm.
And I said a few weeks ago, you could pull up one of his videos, but he is a Jewish stereotype lifted from the imagination of Julius Streicher or Joseph Goebbels. Like, he realizes the worst critique of Jews in the minds of anti-Semites. And he's gone so far that on Purim, he actually dressed up as what he called a Candace Owens Jew in order to dramatize anti-Semitism. But he actually just, the only reason that the joke works is because he already was an anti-Semitic stereotype. And if someone doesn't shut Shmuley down, anti-Semitism is going to continue to go up. Like if the ADL would just direct its entire operations to carrying out like some rendition of Shmuley and disappearing him to a black site somewhere, that it would reduce anti-Semitism. But then the ADL would go out of business, so they don't want to do that.
Here he is dressed up for Purim. I don't even like. I think he's actually dressed up as.
And he's drinking Christian blood and he's committing child abuse.
He's actually dressed up, I believe, as like a Candace Owens Jew, which means someone who is like, in his view, on the side of Hamas. That's his costume. And I mean, do we need to listen to him, or is this visual enough?
No, this is enough. And I mean, it really troubles me. I actually see anti-Semitism rising. Like, I can feel it. And it's a response to this. And it's a response to Israeli soldiers putting giant menorahs in the center of areas they've destroyed, where they've carried out mass slaughter, where they're representing the symbols of our faith community as swastikas before the entire world. How did they expect people to react? And they're doing it deliberately because anti-Semitism justifies the whole, the idea of Zionism, which is that there's no place for Jews anywhere else in the world except Israel, we are so beset with anti-Semitism that we must flock to Israel. So they want anti-Semitism to rise. They are the engine of anti-Semitism. And it's so irresponsible and so dangerous. And then you have on the other side, Franklin Foer, the author of like this absurdly hagiographical book about Joe Biden and a completely fake, discredited piece about how Trump was using Alpha Bank servers on the cover of the Atlantic magazine, which is edited by a former Israeli prison guard, Jeffrey Goldberg. And he claims that the golden age of American Judaism is over, that anti-Semitism is rising. I agree with him that there is anti-Semitism out there, but he won't point the finger where it belongs, which is at the Israeli genocide machine and its supporters. And they're doing it deliberately. And also, if the golden age of American Judaism was really over, why hasn't he faced any professional consequence for publishing this fake article on Trump's Alpha Bank server? I mean, he's still living in total privilege 100%. Under the watch of Jeffrey Goldberg's basically an Israel lobbyist.
You've never seen, at least that I can remember, a situation where the people who are perpetrating such evils are simultaneously claiming to be the victims.
Yeah.
And not drawing any connection between the two. No reflection on what behavior they're supporting, what actions they're supporting might contribute to any sort of animosity they might face. And listen, rather than repeat, I just endorse everything you said, Max, and it's just so shameful right now to see Jews, not just supporting a genocide, but then acting as the victims. It's such a shameful moment. It makes me understand what it must be like to be, German and feeling the shame of the Nazi genocide. It's really the same thing.
Yeah. We'll have to become like Philo-Palestinian or something, like they became Philo-Semitic. But yeah, here's his piece. Anti-Semitism on the right and the left threatens to end an unprecedented period of safety and prosperity for Jewish Americans and demolish the liberal order they helped establish, Franklin Foer writes. No, you know what threatens it is you.
Yes,
and
exactly.
Zionists. Take responsibility.
Exactly.
And collect Shmuley and put him in a black site somewhere. Put him in a tunnel and never let him out.
Yeah.
Put him in the Chabad tunnels and never let him out. He can live off of urine soaked mattresses down there. But this is, take responsibility for yourself. I'm sick of it. I mean, it's so disgusting that this is on the cover of the Atlantic. Sorry, this is sort of unplanned, but had to get it off my chest. I know you feel the same.